welcome to Beans, Brews and Bread. Come and join me on my end of autumn allotment harvest tour. See what we've been able to achieve even with the challenges of the end of the growing year. Let's go and have a look. Join me on the tour for this month to see what's thriving, what we've managed to harvest. Stay to the end and got a little bit of a project planned for over the winter. Right at the start of the plot, we're having a bit of a weedy challenge at the minute, but we've had some leaks, but the weather and some pests have having a right old go at them. But I think we might get these cleared out, and as I say, we've got a bit of a plan for winter, so I might get this row tidied up, because I don't think we're going to get much out of the likes of this. So I'll show you what we've got in mind towards the end of the video. Other than that, we've managed to get a couple of beetroot out of the next row. There's a few still just about hanging on, but we'll probably get these cleared because they will not stand a hard frost over the winter time. On the other hand, the carrots have been quite successful. They were quite a late sowing, but we've managed to get quite a few. So let's have a see how these are doing, shall we? So, not bad, but equally not terrible. A few of them have been had a little bit by the carrot fly, but I'm pretty happy with those for such a late sowing. Very happy. And after that, if we get the carrots harvested and the beetroot removed, we're going to maybe spread some of this load of manure that we managed to get delivered. So happy with this. It's very wet at the minute, but we're going to get this spread out over this first half of the plot. Well, first 2/3 of the plot. The back sort of third there still needs a good tidy up. I'll show that in a minute, but for what we've got at the moment, we've got loads of this to spread out, and we're either going to get it sort of dug in or incorporated a little bit, or mine try and use it a bit of a sort of mulch over the winter time. What we have managed to do over here though is get some onion sets in. Now I have had a big problem with onion white rot over the years, so I've got these new planters to pop in. We've got some red here, and they're red Baron or electric maybe. We've then got some Sensu and some Radar, so I've got those in there. You can see those a bit better in this one. They're very close. I'm thinking of maybe getting a few more bags, maybe spreading them out. You know, if I was going to overwinter them, then I might have put them in cell trays. So I've also got some Germidor garlic in these ones, and look, already starting to sprout a little bit, so they're working quite well. We had a little brassica bed here which we popped in autumn. Had a cauliflower the other day, and we had some of the curly kale in a dinner. I think those are those spigarello kind of ribbons, maybe, or maybe sprouting broccoli. I'll have to try and see if there's a label in there somewhere. The all the collies aren't looking great. I think they've suffered a bit with the cold weather and frosts. We've got a few cabbages in the middle, not really hearting up, but we did have two absolutely brilliant swede. So you might just be able to see here, we had a few swede out of there. They were great. Might just post the picture now. And that was really good with some mash, so very happy with that indeed. Well, the salad which we put in hasn't fared too well with the frost, unfortunately. We managed to get a few of the Mancunian radish, but they are suffering with the frost again, as is some of the lettuce. Not the best, unfortunately. Some of the French breakfast have just about survived. But what we'll do with this next year, I'm going to use this as the basis for a hotbed. So I'm going to leave it in position. I managed to bag up some leaves, which we've got 6 bags of leaf mould, and we'll see if we can get some fresh manure, and we'll pop it in here, and we'll have a sort of grow light over the top with some covers, and we'll use this as a sort of low-rise hotbed. Probably the best spot is the least shaded, sort of angled in the right direction for the sun. And if we get it packed up right to the top here with, right up to here with some decent muck, I think we'll get some decent early harvests out of that. So I'm trying to maybe show you building the grow box on the top and the lights as well. So we'll get that sorted out probably in about January, maybe February. I think it'll be a lot more successful growing this kind of crop in a hotbed than leaving it late. There's no cover on this to sort of keep the worst of the weather off and the frost. I mean, if I had the lights, I might be able to, have kept these in a much better condition. But as it is, I'm pretty happy with the positioning for this for a hotbed. So also it's sort of like on the end of close to the shed and everything for keeping an eye on things. So I think that's quite a good project for next year. And then the next project that we're going to get started off when we get the leaks cleared up at the start there, we're going to move the row of glass barn cloches, and we're going to start some overwintered lettuce, I think. And the idea will be we'll get these moved over to there in this configuration, a nice long row, get the full length of the plot, and we'll get some of the August and September sown lettuce I've got at the house put underneath in 2 rows under these lights, these glass barn cloches, and we'll put them over down that end. I might even, when I'm taking those leaks out, dig a little trench and get some of that horse muck in as well. Yeah, the idea obviously with the horse muck would be to try and get a small trench dug like this here, which I've made a bit of a start on, and then pile the bottom with the horse muck and then cover it over. But yeah, nice plan for the glass barn cloches for next year. It just goes to show that even at the end of autumn and into the start of winter, you still get some great harvests, even with the latest possible sowing. Okay, you might have had the weather slightly on our side, but we've had some frosts, and you can still get some usable harvests out of the ground. So that's a great result for the end of the year. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up, give it your best harvest thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Bye.